Sixth game of the night, Destiny versus SeleCT. So after this, we're going to have 2 more new faces today on the Gauntlet, the North American Star League. King of the Hill. But the Gauntlet just sounds so much better.
But as I was saying, you know, Liquid Tyler or Liquid Noni, he was one of those players that just came back into pre-war.
Is he baller?
No, no. And he just...
Is it a famous player?
No.
Is it like one of the famous admins on Team Liquid?
No.
Well, who can be baller then?
No.
Is it a former poker player?
I'm not going to tell you, bro.
Ah.
I'm not going to tell you until after the cast.
You guys should, if you guys have never read the post of Baller on Team Liquid, you're going to have to do it. And I guarantee you're going to have a really, really good night just reading all his posts and having an insane amount of... His first post is so cool as well because his account was there already for like 2 or 3 years. And then someone just made a new thread and he's like, stop using the word baller just because Noni is good. It doesn't mean that he's a baller. Stop using the baller. Baller is... And then like Baller replied, hey man, screw you. And that was like 2 years after he made his account. And that was his first post ever on Team Liquid. And that's just when the legendary reign of Baller started.
Yep. And then it's swiftly, he just vanished too. He stopped posting, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot lately, but there's still a little bit of posts.
You are the biggest stalker, Rotterdam.
No, it's true, right?
Yeah.
Are you baller? No, you can be. No, you're not cool enough to be baller.
No, I'm not baller.
Okay, SeleCT is our Terran spawning in the left bottom side. Oh, Shakura's plateau and root Destiny. Destiny is someone who could be baller, but I think it's before his time.
Yeah. Well. Actually, Destiny was on the same team as me back in the day.
Yeah, but like Destiny has that type of humor. Like he could have been the one writing those kind of posts.
I agree. He's very intelligent with even his arguments. He's so good. Really quickly, SeleCT has a style very similar to TVP in TVZ on Shakura's Plateau, where he actually does a 2 racks double medevac drop. It's really interesting. I don't know if he's going to use that here. But it's important to note that that is in his arsenal. That's something that we normally don't see. It's normally, you know, Marine Hellion in the beginning or Hellion Banshee, something like that. But SeleCT has opted to go double medevac drop off of bio, just straight up bio in the beginning. I've
seen it in the past. Then again, this with these kind of positions, it's quite nice actually to follow up with Banshees.
Yes.
Because you can just fly around the main a little bit with those Banshees and they'll be safe for almost every single spot. Maybe they get 1 hit over here, but that's about it. We see the bunker going up for SeleCT, and Destiny's pulling a couple of drones. Wow, SeleCT is doing that so well. Good. It's so annoying.
Look how many drones actually have to be pulled offline for that. And Destiny should be able to stop this from going down. A single Marine is going to get in here. And this is just to obviously bait as many circles as possible. Theoretically, this shouldn't really do any damage.
Wow, SeleCT is doing this so well, though. He's being so annoying. Look at the SCV, always just being impossible to attack.
Yeah, and not only that, this is so much drone time.
Oh, it's going to be so close.
He's going to finish it. Oh, he doesn't load it in time, but those Marines, they will be superstars if they could actually get over there, but nope.
Thing is, though, as you pointed out, Destiny has lost so much mining time. He only made 4 links, so he definitely did not overreact. He reacted in a proper way, I guess. But he lost a lot of mining time, and we can see the command center is already halfway done for SeleCT. So I think SeleCT is quite pleased with how that went.
Yep, and it looks like he's going to double barracks directly after that and go for the double refinery as well. So he is looking to do some sort of bio style, again, similar to what we see in TVP. He's doing in TVZ. Now, just to let you guys know, he's super vulnerable. When he does something like this, super vulnerable to some sort of roach Zergling beaming only. Like, that kills you. But if you assume your opponent doesn't do that, then this build actually is one of the most efficient builds you can do on Shakura's Plateau.
Because his tank production is going to be insanely delayed, right?
Yes. Well, no, you just don't have the material to defend roach baneling. Just because...
also you don't have tanks.
Well, no tanks. Sometimes you just defend with just so much stuff, but you don't really have the upgrades or anything in time.
7 drones on the way right now for Destiny, and the first spine crawl as well. It's going to be tough for Destiny to take a very quick third base over here on a map like Shakura's. It's going to be a little bit trickier than it is, for instance, on Ohana, where you can see Zerg players becoming more greedy each day. SeleCT got a super quick engineering bay, by the way, and a very quick +1. So
this is TVP, right? Like if you looked at this, it's exactly what it would be. It's like so crazy. And
he's getting combat shield before stim as well.
Yeah. I like that for what he's doing. Obviously, combat shields lets him play a lot more aggressive with his Marines in this beginning stage. You don't want to stim and then you have 35 hit point Marines just out there trying to do damage, but also taking damage. Like their super Zerglings.
Ooh, one Overlord is a little bit out of position over here by Destiny. That's a little bit sloppy because I think he's going to end up losing this Overlord immediately. Besides that, he's doing a really good job though at pumping out an insane amount of drones. But yeah, that Overlord was sloppy. Silly miss rally right there. Small mistake, but a costly one. Well, he has 5 queens already. That's all he has. He just doesn't make any units. He has 5 queens in his Spinecrawler. Now we can see double evolution chamber being morphed in as well. Still no layer attack though, so imagine if this would have been Cloak Banshee.
It looks like Zergling Infestor, by the way, from Destiny, just straight up like that. Especially with the delayed third base, you can't really do that much. Going Spire Tech is really silly, and then you need to actually choose a layer tech though.
Baneling Nest is going down already.
Interesting. That might be just because he's a little bit scared. A lot of times people just put down the Baneling Nest just in anticipation of something crazy. Ooh, almost got that weakened queen. A nice transfuse right at the end, and he actually clears up a ton of creatures.
All these Marines are actually just going to go in, and the Spinecrawler falls. Is there no transfuse on any of these queens?
No, there isn't. Drones are being pulled. This is so much damage being done. Nice kiting.
Wow, so nice micro by SeleCT over here. Suddenly Destiny is forced to produce so many links. Transfuse is going down, but SeleCT is still microing these Marines. So awesome.
And this is a +1 timing, by the way. +1 finished in time for this attack, so it's a combat shield +1 timing. And look at how much damage it's doing. This is crazy, Rotterdam.
Wow, suddenly SeleCT is even in workers, but more importantly, he killed so many links. Take a look at units lost. Destiny already lost 47 units and 1,775 resources. That's a lot. That is really a lot.
Yeah.
1-1 is not ready yet for Destiny, as you pointed out. SeleCT exactly went when Combat Shield was ready, when +1 was ready, but I did not expect that to deal so much damage.
Yeah. And off of this, I mean, there's so many progressions for SeleCT right now. Obviously, the most standard is going to be the medevac progression, which is, as I said, super powerful on a map like Shakur's Plateau. Those plateaus in the middle of the map are probably the most important things that you want to focus on when you're actually taking third base or even denying a third base. Those single things actually stop Zergs from taking those inside expansions.
It is going to be tough for Destiny. He was a little bit supply blocked as well, but we see two Overlords on the way right now. He's going to drop the Infestation Pit. So what it looked like, it is going to be just standard Ling Infestor for Destiny so far. And this hatch is going up, but obviously it's a lot later than he would have loved to do. And also he has way fewer drones than he would like to have.
The only thing Destiny has is an Ultra timing, and Ultras are terrible on Shakur's Plateau. I mean,
do you think he has that? He doesn't have the economy for that. He only has 45 drones.
No, he doesn't have the economy right now, but I'm looking at relative upgrades and how far behind the armory is. So there is a small timing window where, you know, he has that upgrade advantage over his opponent. Obviously, Ultras are going to tear through 2-2 Marines. I love what SeleCT is doing here.
I was wondering if SeleCT was going to drop those units, and he will. These are 3 Overlords, so that means the Destiny is going to be supply blocked once more. Oh, Overlord Speed is actually ready right on time. Wow, that's crazy.
That's sick. And Stim isn't finished yet. That's why he didn't Stim right off the bat right there. But it does look like he's going to drop inside the main, and Destiny has all of the Zerglings pushing over here. But with that, you know, ledge over there, he's more than good. Now going behind the minerals. Oh my God, these Zerglings need to get a good turnaround, but they're not going to. They're all bottlenecked inside their Destiny's.
Oh, Destiny, what are you doing?
For no reason.
Destiny's not paying attention at all. Terrible engagement there by our Zerg player. He ended up losing all those Zerglings. Now he's forced to evacuate all the drones. Gonna end up losing this, the Queen. No, might actually lose the Infestation Pit as well. That would be disastrous.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. All the Infestors are going to pop out, and they have no energy to actually fungal growth all these Marines down. Now removing the spawning pit. This is GG. Like, it's so hard to come back from this, because now this introduces like the most giant timing windows for Terran to do anything he actually wants to.
Destiny is going to try to save his layers. Layers running so low on HP. He's going to have to go right now, and he is going right now. Here come the Infestors. They don't even have Pathogen Glands.
Oh my God, no.
Because they lost the Infestation Pit.
Yeah, took the Infestation Pit out. So lose the lair, lose the Infestation Pit, lose the spawning pool. He has a Baneling Nest. That's it. Yeah, obviously.
Wow, look at all these low HP Marines.
So sad for Destiny. SeleCT is just working all over him, and there's nothing Destiny can do. Just now restarting the spawning pool.
I mean, when you say things like this, people always just say, yeah, that's because Koreans are better. But don't you feel that SeleCT in general plays so much better against non-Koreans than he does against Koreans?
I do.
I really think so. And it really looks like it. And it's not just because the Koreans are better. It might actually be like one of those mental things. I feel that Sen is the same way. I feel that Sen plays so much better against foreigners than he does against Koreans as well.
Sen is actually like the kryptonite of foreigners. But when Koreans come into the picture, he's like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, they're so good.
And I know he's had that mindset for a while now because, you know, he stayed at my house for like 3 weeks and he actually said, like, yeah, Koreans are just way too good. And, you know, that might be just part of the psychological problem with him. But SeleCT, definitely one of those people that I think is a little bit susceptible to that stereotype. And it eats into his play. But he's monstrous against Destiny. Oh, God. That is going to help out quite a bit. Fungoros and Infested Terrapin popped out with the special wheel clip.
Wow, Destiny is actually going to be able to take out all these units from SeleCT over there in the middle of the map. I don't think it's going to change all that much, but that was a beautiful fight by Destiny. That was about as good as it could have possibly got. Drop
in the top right-hand position, though, is going to hinder Destiny obviously a little bit. 2-2 has finished, by the way, for both of these players.
I think Destiny started already with this one Overlord.
He did.
It's interesting that Destiny got Overlord speed, but I think he did that just for scouting purposes.
Yeah, it's still good to have Overlord speed, I think, overall. But this is what you do on Shakur's Plateau. You drop to the bottom right, drop to the top right, and any time you can actually push into the middle and just siege your siege tanks on those plateaus. And you are absolutely super cost efficient with all of your attacks. Like, you control everything, and your opponent really has to play reactive. And as long as you don't trade poorly, you're good to go. You're winning the game.
SeleCT is playing this out so well. Picks off that hatchery one more time. There's no... Actually, there's a layer right now in the natural by Destiny. Destiny is going to rebuild the infestation pit as well, and he's building a spire. He is dealing with this drop pretty effectively. Swarms around those marines and, well, takes out most of them. But SeleCT is just miles ahead. SeleCT put up so many additional command centers as well. This fourth one over here. Wow, I mean, 3 building right now. Jesus.
SeleCT has to, like, time and time again just waste all of his units away, have them die, and then not do any damage for him to lose this game. It's just such a magnificent advantage over his opponent. And you can see once he establishes center control, he's not even opting to put his siege tanks on the top here. He very well could have. Destiny just going to
leave the game. And that means that SeleCT is the player that is going to carry the gauntlet for now. Unfortunately for Destiny and all his fans, Destiny did not win 2 games on the road. 2 games would have qualified him for the fan voting, but that is not going to be the case. We still have 2 more games for you guys today. This was game number 6. Oh, so we're going to have 3 more games because we have 7, 8, and 9. 3 more games coming up, but first of all, we're going to head over to a small commercial break. Will SeleCT qualify himself for the event voting? At least Destiny did win $75, just for the people who just tuned in. What we had today was BC winning the first game against Vibe. He got $75 for that. Then Minigun took out BC, so Minigun got $75 for that because Minigun lost a crazy PvP against X on Entombed. If you guys missed it, you should check it out. Really cool stuff. XLEF went on to win against Masa as well on Ohana, but then he lost to Destiny, so XLEF did get $150 and qualified himself for the fan voting. Destiny took out XLEF on Daybreak, but he was not able to take out SeleCT on Shakuras, so that's where we are right now.
Yep. So we'll be back. We don't have our next opponent just yet, but I'm praying for a certain person. But we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Catch us after this break.